Hey everyone, welcome back to At Home Author. I'm Vicki Weber, and today we're going to talk about tips for picking your release date for your picture book. The first thing to consider is the subject of your book. For example, if you have a holiday book, you typically want to pick a release date that's approximately 2 months before that holiday. If you want to release a Halloween book, releasing it on Halloween is too late for people to start purchasing. They wouldn't get the book before Halloween. So that's just an example. Most people start purchasing Halloween products in August or September. So depending on the holiday, you want to give yourself the appropriate amount of time to launch your product and get it in front of people. So if you are releasing a Christmas book, you typically want to have that up and published in September or October. While that may feel a little bit strange to you, you need to think about all the time it takes to gather relevant reviews, really have a strong launch, and have your book available for the big buying season for that holiday. And just for example, Christmas books tend to be purchased on Black Friday, sometimes even before Thanksgiving. So if your book is not live before that time, people aren't going to know it exists and you're not going to get those sales. Of course, there are exceptions to every rule, but that is a general rule of thumb when it comes to holiday books. The second thing to consider is your own audience. Many of my books are geared towards music educators, so a good launch time for me is July or August when they're getting excited about prepping their classroom and getting together all the curriculum they need to start the school year. June is not a good release month for me because in June, school has just ended and teachers are in vacation mode. So I'm not going to get as many sales as if I did it in July or in August. You need to know your own audience so that you can figure out when the best time of year is to release your book, depending on who you're targeting and what your subject is about. Sometimes clients come to me and say, I want to release on my birthday or on an anniversary. The problem with that is launching a book is not for the faint of heart. Doing it right is a lot of work. So if you're going to release on a holiday or a day that's special to you, you need to be okay with not celebrating that day. You're going to be spending your time answering emails on social media, taking orders. It gets crazy. On my release dates, I barely have time to go to the bathroom. So if you're going to pick a date that is special to you, you have to be okay with not doing anything special that day and honestly being quite busy the rest of that week as well. Amazon's algorithm is set up so that that first week determines that book's success. If you don't get very much traffic that first week of your release, it's going to be like an uphill battle to try and get sales and visibility. But if you can drive a lot of traffic to your book within that first week of release, that tells Amazon that your book is something that people want, which means Amazon will show it to more people and it will be more like rolling down a hill rather than fighting uphill. The last thing to consider is pre-orders. You can set up a pre-order for your picture book using KDP for the ebook and Ingram Spark for your paperback and hardcovers. KDP at this time does not offer paperback pre-orders, but you can publish it the night before your release date. In order to have a pre-order that is running on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target.com, Walmart.com, etc., you need to give enough time for that data to sync. That means you need to set up your pre-order at least 6 to 8 weeks before your release date. If you do it any sooner, you risk that data not syncing appropriately or bits being missing. This can mess with your launch strategy and your marketing plan. So give yourself enough time to correct any mistakes and to let the data be synced. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and check out our website for additional resources to get your book published.